He's involved in a number of businesses.
He's a great role model.
Telling it like it is, giving you both sides of the story. This is Cats at Night.
Great American, a great New Yorker.
Now, here's John Catsimatidis.
Now we have one of the greatest senators New York State has ever had. We have with us former Senator Alphonse DAmato. Senator, what the heck is going on?
More nonsense. And by the way, the Democrats holding these Get Trump hearings are just overplaying their hand. I watched this guy, Adam Kissinger, congressman from Illinois. It looks like he's running his campaign. For God's sakes, you know, all of these rumors were coming in. Lawyers were saying to Trump they stole the election. And so he's asking the Justice Department, look into this, look into that. Maybe he overreacted. But stop trying to go after him. It's over. It's done. Let's look at what we have to do to make this country a better place. Let's look and work to see how can we increase our energy productions. Stop Bernie Sanders and Warren and the leftists and the former Senator John Kerry from stopping us to produce the gas that we can, the oil that we can, to make us energy independent once again. That's what we have to do. Stop the nonsense.
Al DAmato for president.
Oh, I know. I want you guys to listen to what President Biden said a short time ago as to the reason why we're still seeing such high prices at the pump. Take a listen.
So let's be honest with one another. My message is simple. To the companies running gas stations and setting those prices at the pump, this is a time of war, global peril, Ukraine. These are not normal times.
Honest.
Bring down the price you are charging at the pump to reflect the cost you are paying for the product. Do it now. Do it today.
What the heck?
What is with this guy?
He's lying. He's lying. They don't set the prices. We all know that. But the American people, a lot of them don't
Especially
realize
in the oil
that.
market. I mean, oils are it's a commodity. It's traded like a commodity.
Senator DAmato, what happened to your old pal Joe? What happened?
He's lost it. He's given in to Bernie Sanders. He's given in to John Kerry, who flies his plane all over the world, working against the production of oil and gas. You can't go electric overnight, you jackass. You're ruining the economy. You've created the inflation, Biden, you and your idiots that you're listening to. And you're a bigger idiot than them because you're listening to them. Why? Why? You're killing this country. And let me tell you something. You don't have to be a great wizard to figure out that we are going into a recession. Remember, I told you that. And it's going to be a tough one. How do you get out of it with energy prices as high as they are? Where do you think you're going to go? I mean, this is absolutely mind-boggling. And what we can do is if we open up our federal lands for development, if we stop putting these kinds of restrictions that make it more costly, more difficult, if we get the pipeline coming from Canada, it'll take a year, but a year from now we'll have 1 million more barrels at our disposal. We won't have to go around kissing the ass of these dictators to say, oh, can you provide oil to us? Going down to Venezuela and countries like that where they're tyrants. And
I don't think the senator's going to get another wedding invite.
let me say this to you. And Ron DeSantis should be our next candidate for president. Okay?
We need him in Florida.
Have your time. Get your ego in. Well, he'll never get his ego under control. He's not going to be able to win. All he can do is cause disruption in the Republican Party. All he cares about is himself. Enough is enough is enough. You had your turn. You blew it. You could have won the election, but you listened to a bunch of idiots. You sent Giuliani to the Ukraine. You talked to the president on the phone. You allowed. All you had to do is show Joe Biden in front of the very famous committee in New York, bragging about how he blackmailed the Ukraine, how he got them to stop the investigation of his son's company when he said, unless you, within the next 6 hours, fire that prosecutor, the prosecutor in Ukraine who was going after Biden's company, his son's company, I'm going back and you're going to lose the $1 billion. And then he laughs and he says, ha, ha, ha. Guess what? They dropped it. So there was the campaign right there. Not to send Giuliani and a bunch of criminals over to the Ukraine and create this whole thing about yourself. What a jackass. He ran a terrible campaign, and he has himself and the idiots that he listened to blame.
And they lost
won.
They lost 2 Senate seats in Georgia, which they didn't have to lose.
He did not have to lose it. I'll tell you, did not have to lose. And DeSantis is the wave of the future. He had the nerve to take on the ultra liberals when they wanted to teach in kindergarten, first, second, and third graders sexuality, human sexuality. Ron DeSantis stood up and did the right thing. And you see the people in Florida who barely elected him last time are going to re-elect him.
The Hispanics in Florida, the Hispanics, the Latinos in Florida are overwhelmingly converting to being Republicans because they want law and order and they want religion.
And by the way, did you see
they're pro-family?
Did you see that Gillum, who is the Democratic candidate against
Got
DeSantis,
indicted.
In
21
more trouble.
counts. 21 counts.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
And imagine,
You know, he wanted to be he was 30,000 votes away from being governor, and he's a drug dealer. Okay, Al DAmato, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on.
my pleasure.
God bless.
WABC Radio is proud to